Shipwrecked is the second DLC release for Don't Starve, bringing a ton of new content with the idea of exploring islands filled with unique wildlife and brand new mechanics. The main focus, ocean exploration, which back in the day looked like this mess. Let's start at beginning, world creation. The world's name is going to be Shipwrecked, super original, I know. And yes, we are using mods. Again, I'm not playing the original version of Shipwrecked because, as I already said, Clay abandoned the classic Don't Starve. So I'm using two mods to recreate the Shipwrecked experience, Island Adventure Core and Island Adventure Shipwrecked. I tweaked the Island Adventure to disable two features that bring content from together, because here we wanted the pure old school Shipwrecked experience. I also turned off the events and the bosses from together. And that's it, let's go. First thing first, the character for this adventure. Once again, I chose Wilson, for the same reasons as before. He's the most basic of the all and the game poster boy. Other characters are way too overpowered for this journey, which would make things too easy. I went with Wilson using the survivor skin. I think it fits since he already has a patch. And here we go. Again, I using too many items to remove the portal since I playing solo. I started with the basics. Grabbing twigs, grass, flint, and hunting butterflies to secure some food. Soon after, I crafted an axe to chop the wood and palm leaves from the coconut trees, one of the most important plants in Shipwrecked. I got lucky and found a skeleton with some planks and armor, keep gathering resources, and made a palm leaf backpack. Small but useful. After exploring the Bow Island, I crafted a hammer and break two boxes scattered around. They usually contain basic items for building boats. On the morning, I crafted a machete to collect two of the most important Shipwrecked resources, bamboo and vines. Just a head up, vines spawn snakes. I pre-crafted a wood raft and a bamboo raft. Also got a butter, a good thing that luck is on my side. Planted the coconut since I would need them right away, set the bamboo raft on the water and begin exploring the vast ocean. Right away, I spotted suspicious bubbles, like suspicious footprints in the classic Don't Starve. Following them led to two whales, one depressed and the other ready to attack. Found the depressed whale and headed toward the nearby island. You can tell if the island is closed by the water's color. On this new island, I gathered basic resources and find another skeleton with cut stones. Nothing special. Finished exploring the island and set off to unknown, hoping to find a better spot. I came across to Potato Island, my nickname for the really green grass island. It had plenty of grass, peas and sweet potatoes lying around. The mod also adds a beacon, but I will delete here since she doesn't fit in Shipwrecked experience. I grabbed a lot of grass and left. I got lucky. I found a bioluminescence formation in the middle of the ocean, free light at sea, that will definitely come in handy later. I waited out the night right there. Nearby was an island with the poisonous swamp biome. I went around it. Entering there this early won't be too risky. On the beach of that island, I found only basic resources. On the way out, I found a map inside a bottle, revealing a treasure somewhere in the world. Shortly after, I found another one. I also discovered an island with a word exchange machine used to travel from the Shipwrecked to Reign of Giants. Close by, I found a pirate hat in an X-shaped formation. That hat increases exploration range while sailing. I keep exploring the island and finally found some gold. Now I can build a science machine. The next day, I noticed something cool. This island has a circle of green mushroom, which is kinda rare. I started farming wood, collecting gold, and placed the science machine besides that axe on the ground. Crafted a new backpack, a spear, crafted some tools, and headed in the forest. Run into a poison snake, watch out for those. Poison is a huge problem in the Shipwrecked. Keep gathering basic resources. Stored some junk in palm leaf backpack. Crafted a boat lantern and built a new boat. Smashed the bamboo raft to recover its materials and set a sail on the new boat. Found a coral formation and open houses. Cute creatures, by the way.
I'm very hungry.
Nearby, I found a volcanic ground island, one of the coolest shipwrecked biomes. The reason? To stack the rock. You will see why soon. I ended up fighting a water buffalo in the heat. and something set the forest on fire nearby. Was it the grill? Just old folks know. Built a campfire and cooked my food. Keep gathering resources and exploring. Found another island, nothing special, just a box. Followed the sea and found another treasure map near the coral biome. In the middle of the ocean, found an abandoned boat, smashed it and got good resources. Then found a swordfish, a dangerous but very useful creature. Almost destroyed my boat. Used bioluminescence to survive the night. Followed the waves to the island marked on the treasure map. One of the reasons I love this biome, volcanic fissures, fire jets that appear now and then and light up the night. Dug up the treasure, but it wasn't anything special. Started mining stone piles for gold. Here the crocodiles, shipwrecked versions of dogs. They are chill but keep an eye on out. Keep mining gold. And then show it up. The sound they make when hits is like a plush toy. A tail bird took care of them for me. Building another science machine and learning how to turn doubloons into gold. Coins then spawn often. Make a science machine level 2 and destroy the old one. Going to fight with spiders and waiting out the night. In the morning, make a science machine level 2, learn some recipes, and pre-crafted a lightning HUD. With the swordfish, crafted the Cutlass Supreme, one of the best weapons of the entire game. Also made some gold tools, farmed more stones and gold. Made a chest to store junk, keep gathering basics, and at night, fought more spiders. Next, crafted another chest to better organize things. Took the boat to hunt for food at sea. Those jellyfish are amazing. Restore hunger and health, make you glow in the dark, and don't hurt you when touched. Gathered a lot of wood. Started a controlled fire to get charcoal. And got lucky with another butter. With the charcoal, crafting a cooking pot and meat grind hack. Also craft a shell armor and refined some wood planks. With planks and ropes, I built the cargo boat. It has its own inventory and will be really useful early in the journey. Keep collecting gold, wood and basic resources. And I took advantage of the full moon to kill some spiders. The next day, more spider trouble. Learned some new recipes at the science machine to restore sanity, and crafted a snake skin candle since the previous one was almost out. Left some pre-crafted structures ready and also made a cloth candle. Stored some items in the chest. I will come back for them later. Destroyed the science machine and my old boat, then set off aimlessly across the sea. Found an island and managed to keep light by eating a rainbow jellyfish. Started a fight with some bees to get stingers. Gathered a few resources and left the island. Then I noticed I was in the edge of the map because of the fog that marks the world's end, kind of like the sea cliff in together. Luckily, I found more rainbow jellyfish, which provide light and food. Started cycling the small island I found nearby. Early in the morning, the winds begin, a sign the storm season is coming. When collecting seaweed, until I found an island full of spiders' nests. I entered just to get the basics. Made a campfire and stuffed myself with seaweeds while exploring the sea at night. Found the edge of the sweet potato biome and keep exploring. Keep gathering grass and found another treasure chest. Nothing special. While exploring, I stumbled upon Hamlet's balloon, scouted the rest of the island and took off. Went sailing until I found an island that would, little did I know, become our private paradise. Explored an area with sweet potato biome and mandrakes, and started hearing the crocodiles. Built a campfire, waited for the creatures to show up. Ate a rainbow jellyfish and keep exploring. In the morning, I looked at the island map and here's why I like it so much. It has 5 biomes: beach, forest, sweet potato, volcano, and mangrove, with water buffaloes, which don't always appear there. Also, it has a touchstone. Parked the boat near what would be the prep base, found some volcanic fissures, and started basic construction. And here I found my walking nightmare, the monkeys.
Monkey.
These guys love stealing everything they see. I tried building a fence to keep them away, but I realized it won't be useless. And here, the clearest reason why I love the volcanic biome. Light during the night. Keep in mind the stone piles and opening the monkey fence. The only thing that bothers me about the island is the lack of stones with limpets. Such a shame. Tried to lure a water buffalo by making a bamboo raft in the mangrove, but no luck. Went to gather sweet potatoes and grass, found another monkey house, cooked my potatoes, ate until full, and went to collect wood. Seriously, these creatures are just a pain. Monkeys are annoying and they very don't starve. Keep collecting wood and made more chests to store my stuff. Little did I know, the chaos that's would cause. Decide to smash the monkey house, sooner or later it would cause trouble. Meanwhile I keep grabbing stones and letting the monkeys grab whatever they want. But their fun was about to end. They don't bite, but they throw shit at you. It's lower sanity, but that's the last of my worries. An easy way to get rid of monkeys is to leave poop on the ground. When they have nothing left to throw, they pick up whatever they find on the floor. That when you take advantage, we finish them off. Made another chest just for food and keep gathering resources. And at night, more monkeys. I spend the time cooking, organize my mess, and learning new recipes. I took a while to get rid of a particularly persistent monkey. At night, I made another chest, shaved my beard to regain some sanity, and chopped down a palm tree. Day 21. The storm seasons begin. I start the day, break tools, big hats, takes to gather resources. I also collect the sand and other materials. Late afternoon, the crocodiles showed up. I let the monkeys handle most of them and took care of two that got close to the base. I went to the neighboring island to get grass and twigs saplings, plus some coconuts. Had some fights with the spiders too. I destroyed the level 3 spider den and managed to get rid of the venomous spiders, the biggest threat around here. Right after destroying the den, a spider queen spawned. And well, I'm not crazy enough to face here now. At night, I sailed out and found a new island nearby. Guess what? I got lucky, found a mushroom island. That place is full of mushrooms, red, green and blue. Food is definitely not an issue here. I grabbed a bunch of red mushrooms and headed home. It started to rain, and hold on, it gets worse. I cooked some food, built a tent and a palm leaf hunt, a lifesaver in the rainy season. Being close to the volcanic fissures helps too, as they dry you out. Learned the boat repair kit recipe, refined the hailstones into ice, and waited out the night under the cabin. In the morning, I placed the spider den in the island edge, and the monkey got screwed along with me. Grabbed the saplings on the boat, made a new lightning rod, and started a small farm. Storm or not storm, bad weather don't stop me. Set a fire to some trees to get charcoal. Crafted a boomerang and prepared gunpowder using rotten eggs. Along with coconuts and wood, I built my first boat canal. It will come in handy soon. Went to collect coral and, to my surprise, found mechanical horses out in the sea. These guys are the only source of gears here in Shipwrecked and only spawns depending on what you kill at sea. I don't quite get this mechanic, but alright, keep gathering all the coral in the area. Went back that treasure chest I had left behind, took the chance to grab more basic resources on the island before setting sail. On the way home, found another treasure map. Cool thing, it was on the school island. With the coral, I made limestone. With sand, I built a chimney, basically a fire resistant to wind and water. Made a poison antidote and ended the day building a fridge. No more food rotting in the chest. Crafted a thermal stone to build the ice machine, a unique shipwrecked structure. Meanwhile, collect hailstones falling with the rain. Burned some seeds and noticed a berry bush sprouted right on the top of the old monking house. Went to kill some spiders and waited for crocodiles to show up. Made more gunpowder and another cannon. Collected twigs and palm trees to grow and crafted a dragnet, an awesome item. Early on, took the boat and started getting algae with the dragnet. Had some fight with stinky grays and nearly got poisoned. With the net, I got algae seedlings to plant wherever I want. Also learned recipe for the mussel rod. In the mangrove, I lured a aquatic buffalo with a boomerang and defeated. Besides the meat, what I really wanted was the horn, a very useful item. Defeated another and using the horn and shells, crafted a horn helmet. It's as good as the regular battle helmet, but gives poison immunity. That's when I started hearing a suspicious sound, a sign that a very dangerous guy was coming. Sionado, the storm season boss. I headed straight to the sea, where it won't cause less damage, and guess what? It spawned right next to me. It came looking for a fight. For now, I just ignore it. I'm not crazy enough to face it at night. Sionado came at me. I fired the cannon hard, and run to the shore as soon as I could. During the phase when it starts sucking everything in, just stay behind a tree, it can't pull anything from there. Then it was just 2 hits at a time. And done. Look at that, the dangerous monster is just a cute little seal with a propeller. I could have ended with a single blow, but I choose to keep it alive.
You don't have enemies. The truth is that nobody has them.
With the turbine blades, I crafted best mobility gear, the iron wind. To top it off, it can be repaired using gears. I equipped it on the boat and the seal swam away. It drops a magic item and I started recipe. I also made another repair kit. Next day, with the boat fixed, I went to the spider island to turn a pig in rare pig and grabbed some grass and twig seedlings. At night, I fought nightmare creatures. Fought spider to force the pig transformation into rare pig. Came back home, all beat up and still had to face nightmare sea creatures. Then I reorganized at the base. Planted grass, harvested twigs and palm leaves, and added more saplings to the farm. Refined the wood, prepared meatballs, and took a nap to recover health and sanity. Early on, I stocked it up with a big pot of meat and went to get bamboo. Destroyed more spiders, and in the heat of the moment, started a general fight with the monkeys. Seriously annoying. Planted the spider eggs, collected more bamboo and grass. Day 36. The monsoon season finally begin, or as I like to call it, the flood season. Keep gathering bamboo and build a new chest at home. Went to get sand and started chopping palm trees, hoping for a tree guard to appear, but nothing. Just coconuts on my head. Palm trees chopped and replaced. Refined more wood and made another chest, prepared meatballs, chose up mushrooms that were almost spoiling, and set sail towards School Island. While checking the map, I found a formation with horses and some bottled maps. Eliminated the horses and discovered a new chest. Arrived at the School Island, and this time the treasure was worth it. left a level 2 science machine build, collected stones, opened some fissures, and explored the island at night, but not big surprises. In the morning, I left the island and started using the spyglass, which revealed part of the map ahead. Went back to the island where I had left the palm leaf backpack and recovered the items. Followed some bubbles and found there another depressed whale. Arrived at Potato Island and look at this. The treasure there was Obsidian X, one of the most valuable items in Shipwrecked. Later you see why. Took the chance to gather more grass. Went after bees to get stingers, and whoa, they dropped the bundle recipes. You might be wondering, but isn't it only from the Begone? But for a long time, Clay added the bundle recipes to the classic Don't Starve, obtainable by killing some common bees. The mod Respectis destroyed the killer bee's nest and got out of there. And check this out, a stinky grey farted in my face. Now I'm poisoned.
I'm in danger!
Used the rest of the spine glass, repaired the boat, and docked into Swamp Island to get reeds. We will need them. Those little fish are annoying. Not to mention the worms that live there. I fought a nightmare creature, and luckily, right next to the island, there was a coral biome, perfect cure for poison. I went to another island with a treasure chest. It was full of tall birds and spiders. Since there were many spiders, I had to wait until dawn to get the chest, so I gathered resources meanwhile. The chest didn't have anything special. I cleared the spiders to guarantee access to keep exploring the map. I went to Swamp Biome Island and got poisoned again. Great. Had to deal with nightmare creatures and hunger while gathering reeds. After that, I left the place. I headed to the raft to make an antidote and ended up befriending dolphins. Found out they help mighty corals. That's new for me. Returned home, made a new horn hat, and some wax to start crafting bundles. I love that item. Made another chest to store stuff and took a nap as the rain started. The next day, I made a sandbag, essential item for the flood season. Here why, the puddles spreading on the islands get really annoying, gathering twigs and chop palm trees hoping for the tree guard to appear. I started using the Obsidian X, which are very efficient, but it heats up. If it gets too hot, it catches fire. Just throw in the sea to cool down. Tasted a trick that might work, placing a sandbag in the center of puddle to contain the flooding. Get more wood, replanted, stayed under the hut to dry off, and took the chance to shave. Went to get bamboo and more resources. And guess what? Venomous mosquitoes started appearing in the puddles. Went back to the hut soaking wet. Made a bunch of ropes to use later on the dragnet. We will need them to summon a really cool boss. But first, crocodiles. Put a pre-crafted shell boat in the water. Went back to make a repair kit. I will need it. Started dragging in the deep sea, supposedly near the shipwreck biome, where the chances are higher, and was quick. It's a pair. The quacking, terror of the seas. The biggest risk is break the boat, but other than that, not big deal. And defeated. His victory opened great opportunities. It drops a awesome pirate backpack, and inside this chest,
Oh, yes.
you get a twisted armor and obsidians. It's big and a glorious walking cane. Finally, no more slow walking. Switched backpacks, smashed its chest, stored stuff in the bundle, and waited for the night to pass. Faced the nightmare creatures, returned home. Opened the bundles and crafted the oil drilling ring with the Quacking's beak. Its backpack generates 1 doblon per day, which means infinite gold. started making lots of meatballs to store in the bundles. Also learned the pirate hat recipe. Again went after palm trees. Refined a lot of wood and replaced the coconuts. At night, mosquitoes and nightmare creatures come to bother me. Made a bug net and tried to attract beetles. Almost died because of mistake, but managed to lure and defeat one. With the meat, made a ham bed and stored it with meatballs. Fixed the boat, prepare a fishing rod and a hammer, and set off to explore. With the fishing rod, you can pull up sucking chest, basically the same as digging a grave. I ended up summoning 2 ghosts. And, of course, the chest only had junk. And keep exploring the map and found a swordfish. Also found a sweet case with some stuff and keep it with me. Found another treasure and went to the Potato Island to get bees. Most of the day was spent destroying beehives for the honeycombs and fighting mosquitoes. Used the lure plant that appeared nearby and keep destroying beehives. Repaired my boat and left the island. At night, I encountered the Yarkotopus. Basically, he trades stuff for doubloons and some food for navigation items. Continued exploring the map and went to the island with a tree that drops living wood. It also dropped the item that changes your skin. I returned home and started organizing. The reason I went the living wood was to craft a magic machine level 2, essential for the next season. Made a top hat and discovered that magic machine level 1 required a pirate hat and a pirate. Started organizing items whatever I could. Also made some limestone blocks to build the tar extractor, or oil as I like to call it. Went to the forest to try catch a parrot, and of course, the monkeys started bothering me. A mosquito poisoned me, but luckily I managed to catch the parrot. Back at base, took an antidote and built a magic machine level 1. Soon after, built a level 2 and destroyed the previous one. Made a meat effigy and finally the important item I mentioned, the chilled amulet. This item is kind of forgotten in Don't Starve Overhaul, but it's been in the game for a long time. Basically, it cools you down like a cool thermostone, and the next season will require a way to keep cool. Grabbed some coconuts to set up the extractor, took the boat, placed the driller, and now we have oil spot. Just forgot to turn on the extractor. The dry season arrived, or as I like to call it, the volcanic eruption season. Here in Shipwrecked, we have a volcano, but I haven't been lucky enough to find it yet. It's responsible for an event that will happen soon. You know what event is coming up soon? It's you hitting the like button and subscribe to the channel. Already halfway through the video and haven't liked and subscribed yet? Go ahead and do it. It really helps me out. Left a thermostone in the fridge, learned some recipes since I had a lot of wood, a swine kitchen, building a big house, and only now fertilized the grass. Placed the meat effigy near base and left another rebuild. Went to collect bamboo before it's dry out. This season is basically to gather summer. Put the pig house near the palm trees. It now works for me. And started making lots of bundles. Started collecting butterflies. And with obsidian, made the obsidian fighting pitch, the best light source of the All Don't Starves. You will see that later. Took my boat, turned on the tar extractor, and went to the island with treasure. The chest was worth it. At the day's end, explored the rest of the island. In the morning, gathered bamboo and set off. Already feeling the first heat waves, found another map. Since my sail was gone, I switched back to the motor. Went to an island just to get shells. And at our mangrove, noticed some buffaloes has died. There were horns floating in the water, probably work of 2 seahorses. Took care of them. Grabbed the mangrove horns and the volcanic eruptions begin. A peculiar event. Meteors literally fall in your head. Actually, dragon eggs. And these things can easily destroy your base. That's why it's best to stay away from home at this time. Unfortunately, an egg destroyed my shell, but at last it dropped obsidian. Learned the recipe for the poison spear and went to gather grass. And guess what? The dragon show up. Now these are the real bodybuilder of the game. Not too hard to fight. And this one even dropped his heart, Hawkeye. But there was still another one lurking around the island. Went to fight spiders and, as if that wasn't enough, got in trouble with the monkeys. With the heat pressing, I used the chilling amulet and ended up discovering a new mechanic, for me of course. When a creature attacks you with the amulet, it's take a ice hit. That's new to me. A spider queen appeared, and with the monkey problem solved, I faced it here. And some trouble because of the healing spiders. But in the end, I won. Sleep to recover some health and sanity. Farmed some spiders. And noticed a pig probably died. Soon found the culprit. Goodbye dragon. One advantage of the mangrove is that during summer the grass don't dry out. Took the tar from the extractor, the best fuel in the game. You can even fuel the extractor with it. During a meteor shower, I went to beach to farm eggs, but one of them ended up destroying my boat. Went back home, made another, and set off to explore the sea. Stay home this season isn't an option. Went to an island and found a cool treasure. Lots of canned meats. Gathered bamboo. Had to cool off with the amulet. And came back home suffering from the heat. Cooled it down. Unloaded the items. And went back to explore. Found a Bermuda Triangle. Basically the wormholes thrown together. Found another treasure and a different island. But only have some boxes. Forgot that the Wilson beards act as insulation, meaning it helps keep you warm. Shaved it right there and left the monks to deal with it. Another wave of volcanic rocks started falling. Went back to sailing, suffered from the heat again. Killed another swordfish. Keep exploring the map. And at night found another abandoned boat. While in sailing, found a reef which one of the Shipwrecked's crazy and coolest extractors, the Braining Sprout. This tree provides light at night and sanity. When harvested, it drops gray matter. It does some damage but restores sanity, and it has other uses of course. Since we were at the edge of the map, I had an idea. Take advantage of the summer to map everything. Stay on lane now isn't good. Went to a nearby island, made another endothermic fire to cool off and chill the thermal storm. Nothing good there. Started shattering a straight path through the sea. Some meteors fall, but not serious. Midway, found a migration of rainbow jellyfish, which gave good food. And keep exploring. Found the Tiger Shark Nest Island, one of the Shipwrecked's bosses. It's usually appear in the previous season, or when you attack its pups here. Found another treasure and used the waves to cool off. Had to stop so I wouldn't die of heat. Packed the swordfish and hoe, which will be useful later. Went to the Tallbird Island to get a niter, urgent for the cooling down. Since the Tallbird had been eaten by spiders, managed to get 4 eggs and packed them. Then left it quickly. Early morning, rocks on the head. Found another island and unpacked the meatballs to deal with the hunger. Made another Cutlass Supreme and finally found what I've been looking for since the adventures began. The Pikmin Baggins, Shipwrecked's version of Chester, was super happy, more inventory space, but let's be honest, bagging is ugly.
What the hell?
To escape the heat, made an endothermic fire and keep collecting wood. In the morning, left and keep going straight, even with the volcano active. Stopped and already visited island just got bee stingers for repairing the boat and niter for more endothermic fires. Tip about baggings: don't feed it seafood. If you do, it will eat it, even if you need that item. Wait there until down. Fix the boat a bit and keep sailing. Found a tiny island with a small lake in the middle, cute but tiny. Circled another island and avoided another volcano attack. I was afraid because it was night and I barely saw where the rocks would fall. One on me and it's over. But I survived. In the morning, found another treasure, went to a rock island. The only highlight was a touchstone. Paused to cool off and keep mapping the sea. Found 2 treasures and a rope. At night, getting rest in nearby mangrove. Early morning, another rock shower. That's when I had a great idea. Use the volcanic meteors to destroy the coral biome. It was something I planned away, and now the volcano did work for me. Total destruction. Most of the day is spent gathering corals and their drops. The most important is the coral larva. At night, I also harvested bioluminescence with the dragnet. Day 71. Finally, the calm season is back, and the map is almost fully explored, at least the edges. Another swordfish beat the dust, so I headed back home, taking the chance to explore still unknown areas along the way. Arriving home, at last, I ate some canned meat and started organizing my mess. No use trying to explain the logic because, honestly, very easy to end. In the morning, I set up an ice machine. They should really add one of these two together. Keep organizing the mess as best I could, grabbed mortar, made a lantern with it, and started to prepare some offshore structures we will use later. Built the aquatic size machine, a bioluminescence lantern, a lighthouse, and an ice fligometric. Check out our map, looking good. Filled it up on food. Grabbed mortar and made a CR, a structure that repair your boat using tar as a fuel. Super useful. Made a coral larva to have our own raft at home. Went to check the spiders, but the lure plant had eaten down. Went to remove it and got quite a scare. Spiders problem solved. Place a lighthouse near the nest just for aesthetics. Maybe spiders are afraid of the dark. Got a pig to help with the palm trees, but no reward yet. Gave my hat, which was falling apart, to the pig. Refined all the accumulated wood and made another horny hat. Since I had coconut in my inventory, I took the chance to set up a fish farm. Went back to collect the palm trees and finally a tree guard appeared, exclusive to Shipwrecked. That's pretty easy to handle. What I really need was living wood, keeping collecting and storing everything at base. In the morning, gathered mortar, broke some sandbags, collecting grass, palm trees and twigs. Stored everything and started planning the final base location. Considering the phlegmatic range, a dead monkey stole my queen spider hat. Took some time, but I got rid of it. Got my bug net ready to catch fireflies. Removed a few more lure plates from the path. A butterfly drops butter. Turned a pig into a rare pig. Build another pig house. Chopped the wood and planted the coral. Got mortar and started laying stone blocks for a road. In the morning, crafted the dark sword since there was plenty of nightmare fuel. Installed the phlegmatic, making the start of the main base construction. Started laying road tiles and cleaned the surroundings. Learned the recipe of the wood flooring, which fits Shipwrecked aesthetics perfectly. Finished installing the floors, build a pitchfork, learned the recipe of the big endothermic fire, and started building the base center with the obsidian fire, the endothermic fire, and the chimney. Gathered grass, placed the bee box nearby, build a new bamboo hut, and demolished the old one. Set up the new hut and also a lightning rod. Made a gold machete to make bamboo gather easily, and use a lot of boards to start my chest system. Place the first chest and begin move the items from the old base to the new one. I will explain later how my chest system works. Spend most of the day organizing everything. Later afternoon, I went chasing suspicious bubbles in the sea and ended up finding a blue whale. Along the way, got poisoned by a stinky grave. Decided it was time to take down that whale, since I will need the items it dropped. On solid ground, continued with the base. By the end of the day, another visit from the crocodiles. It's time to explain my chest organization system. First row, it's for basic resources. Second, for refined items. Third, for creatures drops. Fourth, for decorative items and saddlings. And the fifth, for magical and rare stuff. Went to gather grass and surprisingly, geckos showed up. Really cool, fit in Shipwrecked vibe, like marine lizards. Started grabbing bamboo saplings, set some trees on fire for charcoal, and the move continued. Checked the whale we had killed and saw the horses causing trouble again. Meanwhile, went after another whale. The previously one was about to explode. Took care of the horses. Get rid more tar, and the move went one. Collect more charcoal, and the move is 99 done. Made a bunch of cut stones to craft pots, placed the fridge, and started organizing the kitchen, but realized my layout was wrong and wasted some materials. Began moving food to the new base. The whale exploded, of course, just now, and a crocodile came to bother me. What really matters from the whale is the fat. Keep burning trees, and at night collect more grass and prepare pots. Pots placed, went to gather twigs and made some repair kits for the boat. The move is finally 100% complete. Started making ropes to craft a new drag net to try to find the Quacking again. Placed a myth effigy near the base, along with the science and magic machines. Boat repaired, and guess what? Found Quacking sooner than expected. Defeated without much trouble. The loot was always amazing. Took everything and on the way back, collect some more bioluminescence before reaching home. We started organizing the new mess, planted the allure plant that will work as a trash bin later, went to deal with some spiders, and finally begin building our marine base. Placed the fire pit in the sea yard, spreading a good amount of time repairing the boat. Collected tar and seaweed. Transformed a pig and took it down for some resources. Crafted the marine science machine and also the aquatic chest, where I already stored some tar, made several coral saplings and started planting them. Rainy season is back. Finished placing the corals and converted a bunch of doubloons in gold nuggets, since I was running low. Crafted a new drag net to move the seaweed around, collected seaweed and mussels, and made another net at home. Another successful fishing trip. With the resources, set up mussel beds to start farming. Early morning, started planting the seaweed, mussels, and sticks. Made another net and went fishing again. Caught a jellyfish, which we will need later. Fixed up the boat a bit and finished planting the seaweed. And check this out, when you combine the best fuel in the game with the best campfire. Look at that light. Build a sea trap. Made more mussels and stick beds. Crafted another tar extractor. Installed the mussels. Set up a fish farm and collected extracted tar. Used the whale fat to make a windbreaker outfit, got the last of honey, and went collecting resources during the night. Went after some nearby treasure chests. On the way home, gathered more tar. Got organized as best I could. I love its obsidian fire pit. Started plating coconuts. Took the boat and went far to find a treasure. Along the way, found a island and just circled it. Further ahead, took down a tall bird. And guess what? Went back for Two's chest. But run away from the spiders. No fights in the dark. Please, recover the chest. Spend the whole afternoon tanking creatures and survive it, thanks to the side crown. At night, got out of the island. It was rough. At home, surprises. The mussels fruited, if that's even a thing, got organized, placed a new feed just for ice, and finished installing the last pots. And before you ask, yes, no, the pods on the edge are wrong. I will fix that in the next episode, promise. Tried to collect the mussels, but I could at all. Thought it was the boat, but it's actually the game lag compensation. After fix it, everything worked, and look at that. What a good harvest. Fix the lag and use the mussels in the recipes. Food problem solved. Give 10 mussels to Baggins and now he's officially part of Mortal Pound's cast. One of his special skills, bigger inventory, but needs frequent feeding. Went to collect corals, transformed a pig, and get the grass and twigs. Made 10 more mussel beds and planted them. Took the chance to repair my boat. Collected mortar and went to the neighbor island to transform the pigs and smash their huts. Decided to fight some spiders and found out that Cherry Bag has a deep voice. A real booming voice. Being unarmed, I decided to get out of the island. Day 100. At home, deal with nightmare creatures. Made another dark sword, killed the crocodile that was bothering the stinky grace, and destroyed a pig house. The pig got really mad, but I still turned him into a rare pig. Got in trouble with the spiders again, but ran off to reorganize. Took a fish egg from the bundle. And here we are. 100 days. Before warping up, I pitched a tent and officially started our fisher farm. And here we are, 100 days shipwrecked in Shipwrecked. This is our base for now, and I feel like I will still have a lot of growing to do in the next episode. I'm out, catch you later. That's it, my friends. 100 days sailing the open sea. If you feel like something should be come back or should do something in the next episode, let me know. I'm out, God bless you all, and see you next time.